South of Midnight pulls you into the story of Hazel, a young woman from the fractured town deep in the American South. After a devastating storm sweeps through, Hazel discovers she has a rare ability to weave magic into the very fabric of the world around her. She's tasked with piecing together the wreckage, not just physical, but emotional, historical, and even supernatural. The story hits hard with themes of legacy, trauma, resilience, and hope. You don't just fight monsters here. You confront personal ghosts, generational wounds, and the way history refuses to stay buried. The writing feels deliberate and lyrical, and the voice acting brings a deep kind of textured realism you rarely see. It's a tale that respects the weight of its setting, and one that doesn't shy away from the pain, but never lets you drown in it either. At its core, South of Midnight is an action-adventure game with heavy emphasis on exploration and magic-based combat. Hazel weaves spells into the environment and herself, altering the world around her in ways that blend platforming, puzzle-solving, and brawling all together. The combat isn't just about hacking and slashing, it's about using Hazel's connections to the world's creativity. Need to cross a broken bridge? Weave it back into existence. Need to defeat a monster? Have your doll take over it and attack other monsters. It's a refreshing take, though sometimes the controls can feel a little sluggish when too much is happening at once, especially during combat, in which you can get jumped up. That's pretty much about it. But the boss fights in this game are a particular shine that I feel like a lot of games need to incorporate into a lot of, their combat designs when it comes to bosses. It forces you to learn enemy patterns while using your weaving abilities strategically. The gameplay loop can feel repetitive near the end, but the sense of growth, both in Hazel and your own mastery, keeps it moving forward. Visually, South of Midnight is stunning in a very particular grounded way. It doesn't chase photorealism, it chases mood. The art direction leans into painterly textures, thick colors, and a sense of hazy dreamlike memory. The trees hang heavy with moss, homes sag with sorrow, and every swamp, bayou, and abandoned street feels alive with history. The soundtrack deserves special particular mention. It's a mix of traditional blues, haunting gospel, and ambient southern sound. It's not just a background noise, it's a part of the game's soul. Every chord, every wail, every drumbeat underlying Hazel's journey. Production-wise, while there are occasional visual hiccups and minor frame rate drop on the base consoles, the overall craftsmanship is undeniable. This game knows exactly what it wants to be, and it nails it most of the time. And one of my favorite particular parts of the overall package is the music that happens during the various boss fights. How they all actually weave into the boss fight, especially when phase you're on, what's happening, and the backstory for the boss. All of it is just amazing. Beating South of Midnight isn't about raw difficulty. It's about endurance, emotional investment, and finding every collectible and restoring every broken part of the world and unlocking every piece of Hazel's history, which requires serious patience. Some of the environmental puzzles can get pretty tricky a little bit there, but the game will kind of tell you what it needs to be done, so you kind of can go on from there. If you want to fully complete the game, expect to comb through every swamp, every backwater, piecing together scattered memories, and some of the later challenges lean a little into tedious territory. But the payoff, the feeling that you've truly healed the world, is absolutely worth it. Essentially, for this one, if you stick out and complete everything, you just pretty much get the final achievement. Depending on what you're playing on, I think it's only for Xbox, but it was free for Game Pass, so I didn't have to pay for it. Essentially, you're just rewarded with a end credit scene, which you will get regardless, I think. But anyway, there's not too much to doing everything with this one. You kind of just unlock the history of the game and kind of get more context in the game's world. That being said, let's move on.
Downriver.
Oh my God, that was. Oh my. You know what, Hazel? Thanks.
The dialogue is a little bit kind of.
Stay low. Be quiet.
Gus, we're not finna sit here and do this. No, I just got finished.
South of Midnight isn't flawless. Some parts of the combat can feel completely clunky, especially when the camera doesn't cooperate during chaotic fight. A few of the missions do feel like fetch quests and busy work, and it doesn't feel as meaningful as, going to go chase a giant owl. And while the pacing is generally solid, the mid-game can drag when you're asked to revisit old areas without much variation. But here's the thing, none of these issues undo what South of Midnight achieved. It's a rare, soulful experience that invites you to slow down, listen listen and feel something real. It doesn't hand you bombastic set pieces every 5 minutes. It trusts you to sit in discomfort, to find the beauty in broken things, and to carry that understanding with you even after you put the controller down. That's powerful, that's rare, and that's a sea of loud, sprawling, empty games south of midnight. Feels like a whispered song you can't stop thinking about. This game gets my Defeationist rating of defeated.